Hey y'all. So I was just thinking, we go to, the plantation memorials and we try to see what our ancestors have been through, and the afflictions that they had gone through and stuff like that. Like we'll go to different plantation sites to see it, or, we'll go even across seas to see what they've been through. And we'll do all these things to like research who they were and stuff like that. Like we'll do ancestral DNA research, and we'll literally give our DNA to strangers to find out, who we are, where we come from. But for some reason, like for some people, they won't go to, directly to source, like in spirit. When it comes to connecting to the ancestors, in spirit, like in spirituality, like so many people demonize that, but we honor them in the material world. So I just thought that was, interesting, because it's like, why do we do this? Is it because, is it because of, colonization and we're programmed to do these things? Because if so, we need to turn the program off. And we really need to get deeply rooted in who we are as individuals. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just like mostly coming from people who don't really dig into who they are and their spirituality and become self-awareness deeply within their own identity, that don't really seek who their ancestors are in the spiritual world and get to know their identity. So I was just thinking, like, why do people demonize their ancestors when it comes to spirituality? But yeah, I just think that we should be more acquainted with them in spirit. And like some people say, well, what if we, call on them and something happens, this happens? Well, you have to make sure you call on the right ones, just like how you call in, people in the physical world. Like if I know I'm gonna call like my aunt, right? I'm not gonna like look for my uncle's number in my phone. So it's the same thing with spirituality. Like you gotta call on, the most enlightened ones, or the ones with the most wisdom, or the protective ones, depending on like, what you need in that moment, in that time frame. You know what I'm saying? So I've just been thinking about that, and I just hope that, more and more people start to become aware of like, themselves enough to like connect with their ancestors on another level, so that they will know who they are, their lineage and stuff like that, without having to, spend so much money to try to figure it out, through other sources. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all.